Home missionaries reach everyone, everywhere. I'm here today to just give you the ABCs of Christmas for Christ. You know, there was a time when the term home missions was not part of the manual of the United Pentecostal Church. The perception of missions was something done overseas. A large banner in the December 1952 issue of the Pentecostal Herald read, "New Home Missionary Policy Adopted by the United Pentecostal Church." It's interesting that in 1952 there was one United Pentecostal Church per 137,000 people. In 2009 we were doing a better job. There's one church per every 90,000 people. Home missions has worked. While home missions was approved and started, for the first 15 years home missions existed without any consistent source of funding. That changed in 1967 when Christmas for Christ was launched. The director of the division at that time was Haskell Yaden. Only a short time afterward, J.T. Pugh became director of the division. In many ways, those early years laid the foundation for both Christmas for Christ and home missions. The message was clear and consistent. One, North America is relatively unevangelized. We need church planners. And second, we need to do a better job encouraging and supporting home missionaries through some means. I'm told that the first Christmas for Christ offering was actually received in Jack Yount's living room. It was given by his young family, who were themselves busy planning a church in Wisconsin. Family had gathered for a Sunday service just before Christmas, and Brother Yount informed his children that they as a family were going to give their biggest Christmas gift to Jesus and then send that gift to some other home missionary family. That particular idea, give your biggest Christmas gift to Jesus, is the founding premise of Christmas for Christ. What an incredible idea. At Christmas, give your biggest gift to Jesus. From that tiny oak of possibilities sprung an effort that has seeded churches all over North America. In 1967, the offering was not large, just $109,000. Over the next 41 years, the Christmas for Christ offering has now totaled over $62 million. 2006, we had a record offering of $2,869,000. Allocations have been made to help literally hundreds of church planners, people who you know, men like Wayne Huntley, David Bernard, David Elms, Lauren Bradbury, Roy Sanders, Jack Cunningham, and in our current allocations, guys like Knox Hankins, Horatio LaChica, Stephen Williams, Rashida Collins. What an incredible thing has developed from the home mission seed planted in 1952. By nature, I'm the kind of guy that says, well, show me what the return on the investment has been. Show me about the fruit that remains. What has been the impact of those $60+ million given? Not only has Christmas for Christ planted churches, but I can show you that it has paid a huge return on the investment. Let me just give you two examples. In 1978, Wayne Huntley received a Christmas for Christ allocation of $31,000. From 1999 to 2009, the church in Raleigh has given $303,000 to Christmas for Christ. Wow. In 93, David Bernard, who was home missionary to Austin, Texas, received a CFC allocation of $12,000. From 99 to 2009, the church in Austin has given $77,800 to Christmas for Christ. Incredible return on investment. Neither example begins to consider the amount of money either of those home missions churches have given to foreign missions, Mother's Memorial, or to any other ministry of the United Pentecostal Church. Christmas for Christ consistently pays an incredible return on our investment. I've never visited a home missions church that does not have at least one partnership with an overseas missionary. Christmas for Christ and home missionaries pay a direct dividend. It's like a preferred stock. Preferred stockholder gets a dividend whether or not anyone else does. This pays a preferred stock sort of dividend. There's the dividend of evangelism and discipleship, dividend of preachers developed and released, the dividend of new churches multiplying our giving to overseas missions, the dividend of growing a district, dividend of developing leadership for a section and or a district, the dividend of keeping a district alive with vibrant new growth. Through the years, the General Home Missions Division has had some incredible leaders, V.A. Gidrose, Jack Yantz, Jack Cunningham, and now here I am, the least among that list. The current focus is not a lot different from the focus in 1952 or 1967. One, acquainting our constituency with how under-evangelized North America is. As of 2009, there are 38 countries around the world that have more churches per capita than we have United Pentecostal churches in the United States and Canada. Second, we need to promote the effectiveness of new churches as an evangelistic tool. Our last research showed that home missions churches less than 5 years old, averaged 39 in Sunday attendance. Across the board, no other church growth effort is as effective as starting another church. Third, we need to establish a broader base to fund our home missionaries. Friends of American Missions, endowment funds have been established, and already donor-directed funds have been received. And then fourth, I feel passionately that we need to raise the profile of home missionaries nationally, in each district and in every local church. What gets honored gets repeated. Until Jesus comes, home missions needs to be in the forefront of our collective consciousness. The future is bright. More preachers than ever are expressing an interest in becoming home missionaries. The story of home missionaries and home missions is one of visionary success and vitality. An effective home missions effort requires that we see the significance of small things and see the long-term impact of every church plant, whether it's in the Yukon Territory or in Southern California. We need to see what can develop and what can become. I've only given you the ABCs of Christmas for Christ, but through the years it really has worked to reach everyone, everywhere. Maybe this simple message is enough to convey our thought. I need your help. This year, will you personally and as a family give your largest gift to Jesus through Christmas for Christ?